Tinubu state police agenda has splitted the North. Today we can see the real context in the North. The Fulani's are suddenly crying out that they are being omitted from being recruited into the Plateau state security architecture. My question is, are Fulani's indigenes of Jos? Are Fulani's indigenes of Benue? So why the cry? Earlier today I had a very critical interview with a Northerner, a Kano guy. He explained how the Fulani's have infiltrated most of the vigilantes group in the northwest, and why in so many cases those vigilantes are always sabotaged when they are on a secret mission to go and ambush this terrorist, this Islamic jihadist in the forest. On my screen you can see that Tinubu has given the order. He has said, start preparing, start recruiting for state police, because I have approved it. The only thing stopping it right now are the senators. They need to formulate a framework, and thereafter everybody can activate. In fact, in Enugu, we can see that Peter Umba has initiated his own. In Taraba, you have it there on my screen. They have activated, but for now they are still carrying pump action. We know that these terrorists, what they wield is an assault rifle. But why is the North splitted? Why are the Fulani's disgruntled? One thing we must understand is the Fulani's are not originally from Nigeria. They traveled all the way from Futajalon down here, carried out a conquest on the Kano Empire, defeated it, took it over, until this very day, the whole of the Kano Empire has been swallowed by the Sokoto Caliphate. With that happening, the state governors, the local government chairman in Kano, in Katsina, go and fact check me. The names there, the people there are of the Fulani heritage. They deployed a very tactical, scheme. They said, Hausa Fulani are one. Imagine. Now some people are saying Yoruba Fulani exists in Kwara. Yoruba Fulani, Hausa Fulani. So the letter word is what carries the supremacy. So wherever you have Bene Yoruba, in that place it simply means the culture of the Yorubas holds supreme. They pay obedience to the Yoruba. So in the whole of North, they pay obedience to the Fulani because they are called Hausa Fulani. A lot has happened, and I appreciate that the Middle Belts have woken up. This only happened under the leadership of Tinubu. No matter what we want to say, no matter how we want to denigrate, downplay Tinubu's administration, castigate him, criticize him, one thing is true Nigerians must not lose their identity. And this is what Tinubu has done. Tinubu has awakened the identity awareness of the Nigerian people. Everybody now sees themselves, love themselves, have a need to preserve themselves. For many years, some particular sect of people have always been the one in all sectors. Nobody has access. In the army, you check it, you will find these guys there. In the customs, you check it, you'll find them there. In the immigration, you check it, you'll find them there. They hold the majority positions. Not because they are the best at what they do. It is because a northernization agenda was activated shortly after the or shortly before the Civil War by Ahmadu Bello, where he called it that the northernization of the North. The colonial masters gave a society that was thriving on meritocracy. So you needed to be sound, you needed to be intelligent, you needed to have the requisite to be in a particular position, and you are there as a den. But when Ahmadu Bello came, he said, no, the Igbos cannot occupy the positions because they are more educated than my children. The Yorubas shouldn't hold the major occupations because they own the positions because they say they are more educated. He said, no, that we will use a quota system in a situation whereby we cannot find a qualified Fulani man or Hausa man, they would rather go and employ an expatriate. So this is what is happening. Today, the Middle Belters are saying that if we cannot find an indigent that will join the state security police, we will rather go and hire people, but not Fulani's. Why are they saying this? I don't know. I guess they are the best people in place to tell us the reason why they are omitting the Fulani's. After all, the Fulani's are Nigerians. I mean, under the constitution that we have today, the 1999 constitution, as amended, these guys are Nigerians, but they said they don't want them. They don't trust them. Right? Because, and I don't blame them, because the insecurity in Nigeria today is mostly being perpetrated by Fulani herders. Yes, nobody can deny that. Most of these foreign terrorists are tripping into Nigeria because they are using their Fulani brothers in Nigeria as a disguise. They are using them as a disguise. They are saying that, well, we have Fulanis in Nigeria, so we can work with them. And then they use the Fulfude connection. They welcome them. So these are the issues that we have in the country, and why everybody should have their own state police. If any state want to decide that, let me have these people as members of my state police, that is your own cup of tea. I don't think Enugu State by Peter Umba will look at it and say that because I am a Nigerian, I will now start employing Northerners into my state police. I will start employing Yorubas. That will never happen. The Yorubas are not complaining that the Jos did not recruit them. The Igbos are not complaining that Jos, why are you not recruiting us? It is these same particular people that are lamenting that they are not getting recruited, that Jos is also for them. Yeah, the history might be there, some parts in Plateau that are currently predominant Fulani's, no doubt about that. Perhaps those areas, the state police or the state governor might decide that, okay, this place now I get them right. Oh yeah, now on ourselves go there in charge. Because when the state police happens, of course they'll be divided into local policing. Yes, over 1,000 to 1,500 are currently being trained. The batch A has been done, batch B now, and they said that why are they marginalizing the Muslims in Jos? That they are marginalizing the Muslims. They are not allowing Muslims to join this security state structure. That this is pure marginalization. Ungwanu, Sokoto, at one point, just about 10 days ago, came out to deny some people who tried to join Nigerian army using Sokoto as their place of, I think, place of indigent or so. The Sokoto Caliphate or the Sokoto state governor released the list that these people are not our indigents. That's what they said. So you can imagine those that are really tribalistic. We must understand that the North, the Fulani's, have shown to us that they are very nepotistic. Didn't we see what Buhari did? Buhari was the one that broke the chains of one Nigerian unity. He came in there, he disrupted the Federal Character Commission, he disrupted the arrangement of the security architecture. He appointed 98% of the Northerners in all the paramilitary and military, sectors. When you check the list of the service chiefs, then you will be seeing Abdullahi, Musa, Bello, Matawale. You just be seeing Dauda, everything. When you check their states, northwest, northeast, northwest, northeast, northwest, northeast. And then nobody came out to cry. Oh, the Middle Belters did not lament. Everybody just simply swallowed the pain, absorbed it, waited. Then they went to bring Tinubu. Why? Because they felt maybe Tinubu will also, as a Muslim, come in there and put them first. They don't know, say now one chance, then shook their leg, put inside. They never saw it coming. They couldn't believe that Tinubu today will turn out to be this monster to them. The prayer that they pray in the palace of the northern oligarchs every morning is Tinubu should go. Oh yes. Is that not why today we can see that the destructive campaign has been launched against Tinubu in the north? I beg, state police simply means securing the people of a particular state by those people. So each state will have the latitude to actually write out what is obtainable, what they accept, what they don't want. This is what state police is simply about. What time you should work, what time you should not work. In the north today, I cannot go and say I want to carry sacrifice and drop at the T junction there. If Isma catch you, you cannot go to the north and say that as an Igbo man, you won't go carry the Ijele masquerade. What till you chop? As a Yoruba man now in Nigeria, you know the Eyo festival is coming up very soon in this December, right? Because we have Yoruba communities in the north, we have Yoruba communities in the southeast. Please tell me, if Eyo festival will be done, we know Eyo is a very popular masquerade, right? Can they do this Eyo festival in Kano? You are not supposed to be confined in one particular place. Carry this masquerade. You guys are supposed to play around the communities, let people felicitate in the spirit of what? Celebration. You cannot do that there. We have seen in so many places, the Middle Belters, the TVs, the Nupes would carry out their traditional celebration in the south. We have seen so many places where Yorubas will carry their masquerade. In the Middle Belt, Igbos will carry their masquerade. In the Middle Belt, nobody attacks them. But you cannot do this in the north, most especially in the core north. And nobody comes out to say that he's bad, they are marginalizing also, they are profiling also, they are killing also. Nobody, everybody just takes it as it comes. Like, okay, So nobody even tries to do anything about traditional worshiping, open celebration there. Because that is what they feel is way more important to them. So why are they crying, shedding tears? Because today, Plateau has said, these are the people that we can verify are the true sons of the soil, and they will be there. Oh, they want enter so that they go fit sabotage the operations. They want to enter the Plateau state security architecture so that as things they unfold, maybe today they say that we want to enter this bush, any Fulani elder we catch there, we arrest him. Who gave you the permission? Who gave you the approval? Are you not aware that we have banned open grazing? Not necessarily assault them. Of course, in the face of resistance, they might get assaulted. So they want to be there so they can repeat what they have been doing to the Zamfara vigilantes. Yeah, oh yes. They want to do the same thing what they have been. So you get the point, right? Please listen to the interview I said I had with a northerner who explained to me in clear terms what the northern Sokoto Caliphate did and still doing, on how they who are the true sons of the soil have no say anymore. Please listen to it now.
No bill that can go in the National Assembly without the support of Northerners. You cannot do any coup as it is right now without the support of Northern military. You cannot do any shit in Nigeria politically except you use the brain and you go, you canvas, you do politically, talk to other people, buy other people. But if you're to go like using politics, if not did not buy your bill, it will not go scot through. Now, these issues of Sharia and blasphemy, already you know that in this north, like I said, if you're talking about core north, we only have northwest to be core north. Northeast, middle belt, they are not core north. But politically, they are represented as northerners. Again, anytime you're talking politics, if you say north, if a northerner person is telling you not politically, he's
Okay,
referring to
Tizzy,
the
sorry to interrupt
Fulani's.
you again. Sorry to interrupt you again. So now, do you see the reason why some of us are angry at the Middle Belt? Because the North will become less powerful at the National Assembly if the Middle Belt does not support. Because when you say the 19 northern states, this includes majority Christian states like Plateau, Benue, you understand, Taraba, and so on and so forth. I'm not trying to make it religious, but culturally, a man from Taraba and Plateau does not share anything in common with a man from Sokoto. But now, when you talk about North, all the 19 states of the North are included as part of the North. When you come to the National Assembly, they always often vote together. So, is it safe to say that the Middle Belt is also enabling the hegemony of the core North? Thank you.
Somehow I can say yes, they are enabling. But again, some of them, they are enabling because they want to live and survive. That's why some of them align. It's not that they want to align. We have to understand these things. Because like I keep telling you,
Tell Grandmaster Thief,
what
Grandmaster, they threaten them. They threaten them.
again, when I say these things, I'm telling you my reality. There are certain things that you cannot discuss in the north. Even some of these rep members, these senators, they are not actually independent somehow. Because if you don't align, then there are things that can be used to bring down your state to their knee. We have Boko Haram, we have other militia group that they can be used to clearly disseminate to your people. So you either play by the book or you get out. Now that is one thing, and on the other end. Now, because don't also forget, like I said, if you're talking about north, you're only referring to northwest. Because northeast, where you have Borno, you have Taraba, you have Gombe, you have Adamawa. This state, if you're to count, if you're to go religious, you'll be shocked. And again, I don't want to go religious. If you want to go, because again, when you say not politically, what we in the north understand, when you say north, you're referring to Fulani. Because even the Hausas now, this thing that you keep hearing, Hausa Fulani, it does not exist anywhere. There's nothing called Hausa Fulani. We used to have Fulani, and then the few Fulani indigenous, then we have the Hausas, which used to be majority in the north. But politically, the Hausas were conquered with these things of Hausa Fulani. But now you don't even have that in real, because there's no tribe called Hausa Fulani. You only have the Hausa and then you have the Fulani. So they don't like Hausa Fulani. That aside. So these things of you having this Sharia law in this 12 state in the north, the 12 state in the north that implemented the Sharia law, it is only Northwest that has majority Muslim that unanimously implemented Sharia law based on the will of the people in Northwest. But when you go to Northwest, Northeast, and Middle Belt, these places they have never accepted Sharia as their state law. If you have any state in the Northeast that has Sharia there, it was brought through the back door. In fact, there was nothing, like people were not even meant to, people did not hear about it. Except when you blaspheme, you are lynched, or you find yourself in the Sharia court. That's when you know that, oh, you are under a Sharia jurisdiction. Now, in Nigeria, a lot of laws are actually brought in through the back door. And even in our National Assembly now, you see a lot of things. They will tell you, oh, it will be done closed door. It's because they don't want to discuss it at the floor of the house. Again, I understand there are things like things that has to do with national security that you may not want to discuss openly, but I'm telling you, most of these things that are being discussed in the closed door, and most times because some certain group want certain thing, and in the at the floor of the house, it will not scale through. And we have had senators, rep members, who cry that certain laws are passed without even them knowing. Like law will be passed, they will find a strategic time, and then they will just do the abracada method, and then all you see is refer to committee on this, refer to committee on this, and then before you know it becomes a law. In fact, we have had senators, prominent senators, crying on national TV that this law that is being at the is it second stage or third stage, third hearing, but they have never see the policy document. So there's a